All right. Thank you, Tony, from earlier or before or after. Just throwing it back to myself once again. Welcome on. I'm here with Randy, who is boots on the ground over at the TST tournament, the soccer tournament. Randy, how are you doing tonight?
Hey Tony, thanks for having me on. Hey, I'm doing great. Just a little tired from the flight last night getting in, but other than that, feeling good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you are over where it's going to happen June 4th through the 9th in Cary, North Carolina. Different from what you left here weather-wise in San Diego, Randy?
Yeah, little more humid, but right now at the moment it's tolerable. But it's gonna get a lot warmer come tournament time.
Perfect. And for those of you that don't know, the soccer tournament TST 7v7 is a tournament that happens now annually. And honestly, it's a lot of fun seeing it just get a lot more notoriety. And you, Randy, are actually manning a cool Instagram page. It's going to be following the tournament. You can follow it at MASL underscore fan underscore of underscore TST. This is specifically about MASL players in the various teams across the TST tournament. So, I mean, first of all, that's going to be fun to follow. One, if you're not following, take a look over. If you're a soccer fan, if you're a San Diego fan, there's a cross mix of just different players that you've heard of, that you've seen, old players, the teams that are coming from across the pond. Some cool little integrations. But Randy, tell me about the page and what can people look forward to whenever they get to follow here?
Yeah, so like you said, the main thing about this page was or is to highlight the MASL players. The last 2 years, this tournament has been won by MASL heavy teams, and it's no different this year. There's many teams that are MASL heavy, and there are a few teams that want to stay true to their form, but they're sprinkling in some of those MASL players because they know that you need that skill set to have a chance to win this tournament.
Yeah, and I mean it's a very different tournament because it is 7v7. It's outdoor, no walls, but it's a lot of the same similar play style that you would see at a soccer's game, where it's the ball has to stay at your feet, it has to stay low to the ground. If there's any sort of chemistry in these teams, like you get some really exciting goals, some really exciting play. It's like playing with your friends in the street again. It really is just kind of like that childhood fun of the game. And you still see some quality players out there. But as far as the page goes and MASL players themselves, and specifically soccer's players, which I'm very interested in to see where they're all spread out, because they're not all on the same team. There's not like a soccer's team, but the soccer's players are just sprinkled throughout. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're all throughout the tournament, throughout all the teams. Good amount of them are going to be on bumpy pitch, which has Charlie Gonzalez, Christian, Mitchell, and Cesar. You got Juan Salazar, you got Juancho there on Say Word FC. He's the only MASL player on that team. You got Tavoy Morgan playing with Borussia Dortmund. That should be exciting for him there. He spent the last 2 years with Newtown Pride with Gabe, and now he made the move over to play with Borussia.
That's incredible. The fact that they scouted, like, did they scout them? Do you know how that process happens, or is it just look at the draw?
I'm not sure exactly how that process happens, but I mean, also before his injury, Pee Wee was supposed to be playing with Borussia as well.
Oh yeah, Pee Wee Ortega, one of the San Diego Soccer's greats, did get injured in the playoffs leading up to the finals, and wow, that would have been cool to see him get that opportunity. But that's cool to see everybody spread out. So is there some favorites? Is there people? I know, our friend here, we've had him on the program a couple of times, Jimmy Conrad, is Coach Jimmy this time around, coaching one of the quick goal team. Is that correct?
Yes, Jimmy Conrad's got the Quick Goal FC. They are, again, also one of those MASL stack teams. They got players from Baltimore Blast. They got players from Harrisburg Heat, and they got Vinny Dantas from Utica on that squad. He's a newcomer to that Quick Goal FC team, and but a lot of word of especially people that are following the MASL players is Boca Dallas. Boca Dallas is solely MASL, made up players from Chihuahua. We got Sebastian Mendez there. We also had Luis Morales, but Luis stepped away and went on the Kings League with Miami 7. But that Boca Dallas is stacked. They got Marco Fabian on there.
Oh, wow. Marquito Fabian's playing on it too. That's awesome. I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Wow. That's an all-star team of MASL talent. As you can see here, Charlie Gonzalez, as you mentioned, Michel Cardenas, Drew Ruggles, who gave the assist to the $1 million game-winning goal a couple years back. I remember.
Yeah.
Great back.
But also, what's happened is a lot of these teams have made some last-minute moves within the last week. So Drew, who was originally put down on that bumpy pitch roster, is now playing with Conquefas.
Oh, the Pat McAfee team.
Yes, Drew is over there with the Pat McAfee team, and he's joining the Arena Boys.
Dude, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right, yeah. So you're going to be out there. You're going to be doing coverage. You're going to be boots on the ground. You're going to be enjoying yourself. Please enjoy yourself. But once again, just let people know what they can expect as they follow MASL_fans_TST on Instagram. It's a cool little page, and it's very, very informative. Like it has a lot of cool stats and just where everybody's at to keep an eye on. Again, I just found out Marquito Fabian is in it. I probably should have known that. But what can people expect coming out of the page?
Yeah, they can expect some small little Q&A interviews with some of the players. They can expect featured games to be covered. I plan on doing some live stat updates, some live, streaming of some featured games throughout each day during each session, and just try and give the fans something to look forward to, and hopefully, make that decision. I'm going to be there next year. That's it. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to go watch our MASL players, do their thing and try and win that $1 million.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool tournament. It's it's a lot of really good quality as well. People from all over the world coming in, different teams from different places. You heard Borussia Dortmund having a presence, a couple of I think a Premier League team, Aston Villa, was it?
West Ham. And that's one of not my main favorite, but I think they're gonna have a solid chance to win it because that is a MASL stack team. You got some Empire strikers there, goalkeepers Brian Orozco and Clayson. You've also got Real Marquez on there, Justin Stenson. It's got a good amount of Kansas City Comets players on there.
Yeah, and look, if you have been on the fence about watching San Diego Soccers or just like getting into MASL, like let this be the bridge to MASL play and indoor soccer, because it's a fun tournament to watch. Like it translates on into the viewer side of things. And so if you want something to, hey, maybe somebody that wants to get into MASL or wants to get into soccer in general, show them the soccer tournament. It's very palatable. It's very easy to digest. There are some wacky rules here and there compared to the traditional 11v11, but that's just part of it. Like it's a fun time. Randy, thank you so much for being out there. Anything that you post, anything that you'd like, we'll tag us, we'll share. You're a San Diegan that's representing San Diego out there and keeping track of our boys in the Soccers and in MASL, man. So thank you for that.
Thank you. You're welcome.